Anointed warriors. What's up, spiritual family? Welcome back to Mount Fitness MBS Ministry, where I am your host, Brother Minister Mongoose. And welcome back to a different kind of ministry, a ministry that is not based on religiosity. Although oftentimes various scriptures from everything from the Bible to the Quran to Hinduism to Buddhism to ancient Vedic text, ancient spiritual leaders, philosophy, all these things are referenced. But to give you the foundation of what this ministry is based on, it's a holistic approach to health and wellness, to life, and to the race that he has set before you, all of us as his children, to run. It's a holistic approach to those things. The beliefs, the foundational principles of this holistic approach consist of experiential philosophy for the mind, ISSA certified fitness training for the body, and clean-hearted spiritual teachings and practices for the spirit and for the soul. All of these beliefs are merged, balanced, and synthesized, and then presented to you in real-world services in an effort to help you operate at a premium in your mentality, your physicality, and in your spirituality. For more information about the uniqueness of this ministry, please watch a video that's titled Minister Mongoose Introduction and Services. And for some additional information in both of those regards, you can also watch a video that's titled The Mongoose Mindset. There's also some very relevant information about myself personally in both of those videos, just in case you may be interested in services or things of that nature. Please watch those videos. Please also know that I appreciate all of the love and every ounce of support that you guys pour back into this ministry. The subscriptions, the email, words of encouragement, the donation, the monetary donations, the investment in yourselves of some of the services provided by this ministry. Whatever you do to give back to this ministry, I appreciate every ounce of support. I really do. And I pray that you guys receive by faith your abundant harvest of return. I really do. Receive that by faith, guys. In spite of the challenges, the difficulties, the contradictory appearance from a surface level standpoint with regards to you actually receiving these, blot all that out. We walk by faith and not by sight. So please receive your harvest. Your return harvest. Please receive it by faith. Now, without further ado, guys, we're going to get off to today's topic where we're going to be talking about the only weapons, the only tools that you need to engage in this warfare and to be more than just victorious, but to transcend that and to be 100% triumphant. And there is an enormous difference between the two. The only two weapons that you need is your peace, his peace, the peace that you carry within you, a peace that surpasses all understanding. You need your peace, and you need your authenticity, your God-given authenticity. These are essentially, not in and of themselves, not in this totality, but essentially, these are the only weapons that you need. Nothing eliminates, nothing eviscerates, nothing breaks, binds, and casts down the enemy quite like your peace, his peace that you carry, and your authenticity, your God-given authenticity. If you're able to walk in this, if you're able to stay totally locked in and dialed into these things, every attack, every would-be attacker by the disciples of darkness will automatically be eviscerated. In fact, if you're able to persevere in spite of the storms, in spite of the challenges, in spite of the rudeness, the disrespect that we have to endure, so long as it doesn't cross the uncrossable line, if you're able to endure it and keep that peace and that authenticity intact, you'll begin to notice that the enemy must yield, and ultimately the enemy flees. The good book says that the enemy will come in and attack us one way and will flee in seven different ways. Nothing puts the hammer down like your God-given peace and your God-given authenticity. So the jerk that looks forward to targeting you in the workplace, public environment, sometimes it's family members, whatever. The ones that you know, they seemingly get a thrill, a joy, an excitement out of disturbing your peace, out of irritating you, out of agitating you, out of pushing your buttons. The very ones that seemingly get up in the morning and take their shower and put their suits and their ties on or their skirt outfit, and all the while they're looking forward in their demonic, broken souls. They're looking forward while they're going through those things. They're looking forward to seeing you on the job. That's the highlight of their day, to seeing you and irritating you. I know, pretty sad, pretty ridiculous, but 100% true. And you know that there's people out there like that. Some of you out there are dealing with these people. So these people, as well as the people that you may just stumble across in traffic, work environment, a social event, just walking in the park, you may come across these people, and they notice that difference. They notice that unique, very rare energy that you carry. And they're pissed off by it, and they begin to attack it. They begin to try to pull you down to the level. Whether it's that type of person, or if it's that jerk or that group of jerks that looks forward to seeing you day in and day out on the job, whatever. When you begin, through him and through what this ministry is of a huge endorser or proponent of, that mental fortitude, through him and the mental fortitude, the mental gifts that he has given you to keep your eye on the task, and you're able to just stay zoned in on your peace and your authenticity, you'll begin to notice that these people will not only stop attacking you, they'll actually do what they can to flee the vicinity. They'll see you coming, and where they once looked to bring you down, they'll look for the exit. They'll look to have their cubicle moved to all the way to the back corner. They can't stand it. It can't be around it. And this is not something that you do from an arrogant or from an egotistical standpoint. It's something that, quite honestly, comes natural. You're naturally a peaceful person. And you've always been happy with who you are. Your strengths, your weaknesses, your skills, your quirks, You've always been happy, content with who you are. So these things come naturally. It's just that when you're able to focus on these things, again, not egotistically speaking, just focus on these things and refusing to be deterred or distracted by the narcissist little games. When you zero in on that, you'll notice that their attacks will cease, and then every time they see you coming, they'll do what they can to get out of your way. There's something about that peace. And what it is that the enemy is all about chaos. The enemy is all about disturbance. The enemy is all about, all kinds of different, ruckus, disharmony, and any signs of peace. In fact, this is the very reason why you are attacked. They can't stand the peace. But we know they move in multitudes. We know we're outnumbered. But the good book says one can put 1,000 to flight. And if you engage in good, clean-hearted fellowships, then two can put 10,000 to flight. And so comprehend this. The enemy wants to attack you and deceive you into believing that it's because of you. But it's not you, it's that peace that you carry that disturbs them, that conquers that atmosphere, that power and that peace that you bring to the table. Disturbs these people to the point to where they have to attack it. But once they realize that you refuse to surrender your peace, you refuse to, pardon me guys, you refuse to surrender your authenticity, they can't focus. They literally can't stand it. They're like the children of Israel that were led out into the desert by Moses. And when Moses went to the mountaintop to speak to this thing that we call God, a lot of them went astray. You know the story. They built their own god, this golden calf. And when Moses came down from the mountain with those 10 commandments, the glory of the Lord, the Shekinah of this thing that we call God, was so bright and so overwhelming that they begged him to leave their sight. They begged him to turn it down. Just the presence of it broke them. You see, there's something about that peace. There's something about that God-given authenticity. These two things lets the enemy know that you're operating on a you're operating with the elite, the ultra premium level or degree of power. When you're walking in peace in the midst of all the chaos, in the midst of all the narcissists and the dark, attacks, and you're sidestepping this and you're confronting that and you're rising above this and you're keeping that peace intact, it lets them know automatically, okay, yeah, he or she has that God energy in them. And your authenticity is the same thing, because the narcissist, again, their thing is about a hive mind. It's a collective mind. Everybody is about the cookie cutter approach to life. The cookie cutter approach to what success looks like. The cookie cutter approach to what power looks like. The cookie cutter approach to how you perceive this and deal with that. The cookie cutter approach about what's in vogue, whether it's dress, verbiage, whatever it is. They're about getting in and fitting in with the masses. So when you have if you'll pardon my expression, when you have and put on the display the kahunas to walk in your God-given authenticity, hey, excuse me, this is who I am, this is who he made me, this is how he wants me to be, these are the lessons that I've experienced over the years through him. This is the light that I have, my God-given authenticity. That lets them know, that disturbs them in a way, because it lets them know that you're powerful enough that you don't have to try to fit in. You're not worried, you're not concerned about fitting out. You just walk in your God-given authenticity, knowing 100% that he doesn't make mistakes. Your past experiences, your mistakes, your blunders, the lessons you had to learn, your trial, your tribulations, all of these things, as well as your attitude, your personality, your character, the way you look, the way you dress, your skin color, your body size. He made you perfect. And you're not afraid to let that light shine. Doesn't mean that we don't want to continue to grow and evolve so that we reach a better, even higher expression of ourselves through him. Doesn't mean you're stuck and refusing to change. No, quite the contrary. But you realize that change, that growth, that expansion, that evolution all takes place under the same umbrella. And so you'll always walk in divine authenticity. You see? I get it all the time, guys. I get it all the time. Hey, man, when I tell somebody, yeah, I'm actually a minister, it's a different kind of ministry. I am a different kind of minister, but yes, I am a minister. Do the etymological research on the word minister. Yes, I am a minister, and I get people all the time, there's no way you could be a minister. I see how you dress. I see how you walk. I see how you talk. I've heard you use foul language. I've seen you flirting with young ladies, whatever. My God-given authenticity is my God-given authenticity. I'm not here to be anything other than the authentic person that he made me to be. And if he is okay with it, then with all due respect, I don't give a darn about what you think or how it feels, because I don't fit inside of the narrative that you think I should fit inside. You see. So never surrender your God-given authenticity. Yes, keep praying, keep meditating, keep fasting, keep researching, keep studying, keep growing and evolving through him. And your authenticity will always be intact. God willing, no, of course I'm not the same man I was physically or spiritually when I was 25. But it's all a growth of authenticity, you see. Never surrender your God-given authenticity, and never surrender your peace. Never surrender your peace. If there's a confrontation, I'm going to be as peaceful as he have me to be when I sidestep it, when I rise above it, and when I confront it. And if it's a challenging situation and a confrontation requires something that may not necessarily be all that smooth or kosher, said argument, God forbid anything more than that. But even if whatever it consists of, I'm going to compartmentalize that, and I'm returning back to to emanating and releasing peace into this atmosphere, releasing this peace that I have into this atmosphere. Nothing's going to disturb me to the point to where my peace is disrupted. Yes, I may have to confront that. Yes, it may irritate me, but I'm going to always return right back to the peace. You can't have my peace. You can't have my peace. And I'm not going to dumb down. I'm not going to kiss up. I'm not going to zone out. I'm going to move in peace. I'm going to compartmentalize that situation, and my peace, his peace that's in me, continues to move forward and continues to conquer the atmosphere. Those are the only two weapons, essentially, that we need. Now, of course, we got to be moving in love and faith and wisdom and compassion and tolerant and all of those things. All of those things have their place in the toolbox as well. But if you were a plumber, I'm pretty sure the most essential weapons that you're going to need is, what we call a monkey wrench and vice grips or pliers. Those are going to be your go-tos. No matter what the job requires, those are going to be essential. So that's what I got for you guys. Again, I appreciate all the love and support. I'm faithfully and humbly confident that this message did, in fact, provide you guys with some nourishment. If I'm accurate in my presumption, then please give back to this ministry. You can do so by subscribing to the channel if you aren't already subscribed, by hitting the thumbs up and the share button on every single video, including this one. So please, if you haven't already done it, then please do it. Hit that share button. Pay this message that was edifying to you. Pay it forward. Help this message be a help to someone else. Hit that share button, please. Also, please take the second that it takes to hit that thumbs up button. This way you help grow this ministry by way of the YouTube algorithm, and you help this ministry become available to be of service to even more people. Not to mention that, again, you're planting a harvest for yourself, because he's promised to always be a helper to those who are a helper of others. So please do those things, and also please hit the bell icon if you'd like to receive a notification every time I upload a new message. Please also, if you would, please visit the physical fitness branch of the ministry located at mountfitnessmbs.com. That's just going to give you some insight into my experience and my expertise when it comes to physical fitness training, diet, nutrition, all that good stuff. And if you'd like to assist this ministry further by way of making a monetary donation to this ministry, I'm going to leave my Cash App down in the link, down in the description. Now, always remember, when it comes to that, no amount is too small. Absolutely no amount is too small. It literally takes pennies in order to make a dollar. No amount is too small. I'm definitely aware that we're all going through some economic challenges right now today. But if Heavenly Father moves you, the only place in the Bible that I'm aware of where he says, test me, the only time he says test me is when he says seed, time, and harvest. He said, test me and see that when you plant a seed in good ground, test me and see will you receive that harvest. That's the only place I know in the Bible where he says to test him. But either way, I'll leave a link down in the description. If he moves you to make a monetary donation, step out on faith, it will be well received. You will receive a harvest. And you're going to receive a harvest just by subscribing, liking, hitting the share button, all that good stuff as well. I declare it in the name of the one true and living God, whatever that name is to you. It's just different branches of the same tree. So that's what I got for you guys. Again, I appreciate all the love and all of the support. Remember, it's a travel-based ministry. I travel all throughout the entire United States. So if you're interested in services, if you're interested in the possibility of recruiting me to come to your city, your state, your neighborhood, if you have follow-up questions about the services or about this message or any other message, I'm going to leave my email in a link down in the description. And that's what I got for you guys for today's message. As always, I encourage you guys to be smart, be sharp, be strong, and be safe. Be happy, be healthy, Be humble and always be courageous, because you already know this is not a walk for the faint of heart. This is not a walk for the weak, and you already know that. So always be courageous. And always remember, guys, there's only two different paths in life. Ultimately, there's only two different paths. One path leads to blissful ignorance. The other path leads to meaning, purpose, and fulfillment in life. Between those two paths for your life, in your hand, lies the choice. So please, choose wise. That's what I got for you guys. I do appreciate all the love and support. I love you all. I'm genuinely praying for all of you guys who really, really carry his light. I'm praying for you all, guys. You have the contact information. If you're interested, give me a call, hit the like, all that good stuff. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. I am Brother Minister Mongoose, and I will holler back. Peace.